The hot African sun rose over Pride Rock as it did every morning, but today was no ordinary day. The animals of the Pride Lands were gathered together to honor the birth of King Mufasa and Queen Sarabi's newborn cub, Simba. The king and queen watched as Rafiki, the wise baboon, held Simba up for the whole kingdom to see. The elephants trumpeted, the monkeys jumped up and down, and the zebras stomped their hooves with happiness. But not everyone was pleased. In a cave behind Pride Rock, a scraggly lion grumbled to himself. This was Mufasa's brother, Scar. He was jealous because Simba would be the next king. Mufasa and his trusted advisor Zazu appeared at the cave after the ceremony to find out why Scar had not come. Zazu shook his head.
You should have been first in line.
I was first in line until the little hare was born.
He turned and walked out of the cave. Time passed and Simba grew into a healthy, playful young cub. Early one morning, he and Mufasa climbed to the top of Pride Rock. Mufasa told his son that one day he would be king.
Look, Simba, everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Simba scanned the horizon and noticed a dark spot in the distance.
What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there, Simba.
Scar looked slyly at the young cub. He was plotting to get rid of Simba so he would be the next king.
He didn't show you what's beyond that rise at the northern border.
Well, no. Said I can't go there.
And he's absolutely right. It's far too dangerous. Only the bravest lions go there.
Simba and Nala raced across the Pride Lands. They led Zazu through herds of animals until they finally lost him. The cubs laughed and pounced on each other. They tumbled down a hill and landed in a dark ravine filled with elephant skulls and bones. Simba looked up and gasped.
This is it. We made it.
Before the cubs could explore any farther, Zazu tracked them down.
We're way beyond the boundary of the Pride Lands. And right now we are all in very real danger.
Suddenly, 3 hyenas appeared. They were Banzai, Shenzi, and the always laughing Eddie. They backed the cubs and Zazu into a corner. Just when it looked as if there was no way out, a giant paw appeared and knocked the hyenas over. It was Mufasa.
If you ever come near my son again.
The frightened hyenas quickly ran away. As they walked home, Mufasa looked at Simba.
You deliberately disobeyed me. I'm very disappointed in you.
Simba crawled onto Mufasa's back.
Dad? We're pals, right? And we'll always be together, right?
Simba, let me tell you something my father told me. Look at the stars. The great kings of the past look down on us from those stars. So whenever you feel alone, just remember that those kings will always be there to guide you. And so will I.
Meanwhile, back at their lair, the hyenas had a visitor.
I practically gift-wrapped those cubs for them, and you couldn't even dispose of them.
Scar was furious, but he had a new plan. He warned the hyenas to be prepared. Banzai laughed.
Yeah, be prepared. We'll be prepared. For what?
Scar glared at the hyenas.
For the death of the king!
The next day, Scar brought Simba to the gorge, where the wildebeests were grazing.
Now you wait here. Your father has a marvelous surprise for you.
When Scar was safely away, he signaled to the hyenas. They raced into the gorge and chased the herd of wildebeests towards Simba. Scar ran off to find Mufasa.
Stampede! In the gorge! Simba's down there!
Mufasa jumped into the gorge to find his son. He grabbed Simba and put him on a nearby ledge. But when Mufasa tried to climb out, the rocks crumbled beneath him. He saw Scar standing above him.
Brother, help me!
Scar dug his sharp claws into Mufasa's paw.
Long live the king.
Then he let Mufasa go. Later, Scar found Simba standing beside his father's body.
It was an accident. I didn't mean for it to happen. What am I gonna do?
Run away, Simba. Run. Run away and never return.
While Scar returned to rule over Pride Rock, Simba did as his uncle said. He wandered until he could not walk anymore. Finally, he collapsed to the ground. Nala was surprised to see Simba. Scar had told everyone that Simba was dead.
Why didn't you come back to Pride Rock? You're the king.
I'm not the king. Scar is.
Simba, he let the hyenas take over the Pride Lands. There's no food, no water. If you don't do something soon, everyone will starve. You're our only hope.
But Simba didn't believe he could challenge Scar.
I can't go back.
That night, Rafiki visited Simba.
I know who you are. You're Mufasa's boy. He's alive, and I'll show him to you. You follow old Rafiki. He knows the way.
Suddenly, Mufasa's shape appeared in the clouds.
Look inside yourself, Simba. You are more than what you have become. You must take your place in the circle of life.
Anger rushed through Simba's body. He scrambled back onto the rock and pinned Scar.
Run. Run away, Scar. And never return.
Scar started to slink off, then turned and lunged at Simba. With a swipe of his giant paw, Simba knocked his uncle over the ledge. Scar plunged into the gorge below. With Scar gone, Simba took his rightful place as king. Before long, the Pride Lands flourished again. Nala remained at Simba's side.